Bottom line with this guy is he's a climate change denier. We cannot have a president in the United States who is a climate change denier.
He basically led the Republican Party over the cliff in the fall of 2013. He's shown no qualifications, no legislation being passed, doesn't provide leadership, and he has no real experience. So to me, he's just a guy with a big mouth and no results.
I think Elizabeth Warren has more of a chance of being elected president in 2016 than Ted Cruz does, and that includes the fact that he is running and she is not.
Scorching comments from the left and the right and the left again to Ted Cruz announcement with Miranda Khan. J.D. Hayworth back with you here on America's Forum.
Yeah, poor Texas Senator Ted Cruz has become the punching bag since he officially decided to run for president. And he's been getting it, as you just heard, from all sides in the media, Democrats and the GOP, which raises the question, why has he become such a target of such negativity?
Well, joining us now with more on this story is Rich Noyes, the research director for the Media Research Center, taking a break from the research to report to us what he's found out as he Skypes in from MRC in Washington, D.C. Rich, why can't Ted Cruz catch a break in announcing for president?
Well, I mean, he's been a target of the media, not just since he announced, but since he showed up in the Senate 2 years ago. He's someone that, or 4 years ago, no, 2 years ago. He's someone who stands for conservative values. He's not apologetic. He's not trying to compromise. He's not trying to do things the Washington way. And he has been pilloried as an obstructionist, as dangerous, all kinds of names thrown his way. MSNBC loves to pound him. They've got a host there who's made a career out of calling him Joe McCarthy. And I think it boosts Senator Cruz's credibility with the base. It shows him as a real fighter. But it also, I think, is somebody that may, be a handicap if he gets the nomination. He needs to reach out to more independent voters coming in the general election. I mean, it's the media do have an impact in this country, which is why I think they go so full-throated in trying to exert influence in these elections.
Okay, I'm going to ask a question that will make my co-anchor here very happy. How does this compare when President Obama announced that he was running, because he was a senator too?
Yeah, he was someone with relatively little experience. He'd done a lot of speech making, but not a lot in terms of accomplishments in the Senate. Well, he was seen as refreshing. He was seen as a big unifier, the leader of a movement. Not a lot of liberal labels. I think there was one on ABC when he announced. Ted Cruz has been called a hardline conservative, dogmatic. I mean, go down the line of the sort of pinning him to an ideological cubbyhole, whereas Barack Obama was not given any of that. I mean, the media, reflect their liberalism. I mean, ABC, CBS, NBC, the New York Times, they liked Barack Obama. They liked what he was selling. They thought he was refreshing. He was someone they personally might vote for. Ted Cruz is somebody they will never vote for, so they cast him as an outsider because he's outside of their worldview.
And with about 1:30 remaining, guys on the right are called nuts. Guys on the left are called, they're outspoken and passionate. But besides that, and will this redound to the short-term benefit of Ted Cruz? By that, I mean, will conservatives flock to him because of the ferocities of the attacks he's undergone, especially this week?
Well, it certainly doesn't hurt him among conservatives. I think, over 70% of Republicans say the mainstream media have a liberal bias. So they're not going to take these criticisms at face value and be turned off from Ted Cruz. But I think they're going to listen to him. They're going to listen to the speech he gave, which was a good speech. They're going to listen to him in the debates where he's next to the other candidates. And they're going to sort of compare and contrast. Is he someone who can win and take these conservative ideas and bring it to the national stage and be effective or not? I mean, he is, in no way will this disqualify him with the conservative base. But he'll be evaluated next to the other candidates, I would imagine.
Rich Noyes, research director at the Media Research Center, as was once explained to me, the Washington Press Corps basically does the largest in-kind political donation to the left it can summon every year, with all sorts of flattering things about folks who are left of center and less flattering things for those who are right of center. We're going to be right back with Hour 3 right after this.